you could all please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
They trying to find you some more.
Now we're going to have our singing about national anthem. Let's please give our chorus a quick attention. At this time, we will have the welcome. I believe you, a former student of H&S, followed by the H&S chorus, followed by a brief look at Black historical excellence by Haley Lord.
Good morning, and welcome to Havelock Middle School, home of the Fighting Rams. This is a place where our students and faculty are boldly becoming phenomenal. I am Malia Hill, a former Havelock Middle School student. It is a great pleasure to stand here today and welcome you wonderful people to our humble ceremony. We have lots in store for everyone today, including singing, poetry, history, and mining, not to mention a very special guest speaker. Again, thank you for taking the time to be here today. With that, I believe it's time for the festivities to begin. Thank you once again and enjoy the show.
short points.
What do you mean you don't have?
They don't.
Did you send it to me?
They didn't ask for it.
Did you bring it?
It's on the back of my book.
Supposed to help bring to light the historical triumphs and trials of Black people that ancient history has forgotten. Today, as we celebrate Black excellence, I would imagine the root and meaning to Black on that. In 1804, the world was shocked. The most powerful army in the world was finally defeated by slaves on an island that is now Hawaii. Credit went to Toussaint Louverture, as he was indeed the face and leader of the revolt. However, Black romantics fueled the spirit of the world's first successful slave revolution. For example, Suzanne Belair, known as Saint Belair, was a Haitian revolutionary leader and served in Toussaint Louverture's army. She and her husband, another lieutenant named were eventually found and executed by Napoleon's command. Suzanne demanded that she face the same execution as him and told her husband, "It's better that I taste this sweet bowl of liberty than as a slave." These words fueled many others to fight as hard as they could for freedom. Marie Louise was the first and only queen of the independent Haiti, which made her the first Black queen in the New World. The Haitian Revolution was not the start nor the finish of Black romantic. Take these ladies into your thoughts. Harriet Tubman, Ida B. Wells, Miss Rosa Parks, Miss Maya Angelou, Aretha Franklin, Vice President Kamala Harris, and former First Lady Michelle Obama, just to name a few. These strong men believe that throughout the history of Black Girls movement, I would personally conclude that we stand Google in a few years. Thank you for your time, and please enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
And HMS Chorus and Katie Gore with another round of applause. At this time, we'll have another selection by the HMS Chorus, followed by a poem by Mrs. Sheila Teal, and then yours truly will come back.
You can if you want.
fighting storm. But there's something different on this golden morning. Something magical in the sunlight, warm and wide. I see a child across the street chasing her goal. I see a dad with a stroller taking a jog. A grandma on the porch fingers her groceries. She grins as her young baby brings her groceries. While we might feel small, separate, and all alone, our people have never been more closer. The question is not if we can weather the unknown, but how we can weather the unknown together. So on this new born, be born and begin. Like what? We can't be broken, not even can. As one, we will defeat both despair and disease. We stand with and all impotence, with families, libraries, schools, painters, artists, businesses, restaurants, and most of all, hospitals. We implant not in the brain, but in the lack of their. For it is in the moments we truly learn to love. In this chaos, we discover that in suffering, we must find solidarity. For it is our grief that gives us our gratitude, shows us how to find hope in the end. So ensure that this ache wasn't endured in vain. Do not ignore the pain. If it works, use it. Reach your response. Dance along to DJ music. Know that this distance will make our hearts grow free. From these waves of woes, our girl will encourage you. We'll observe the burdens raised by the humankind are also the moments that make us humans kind. Let each one find us courageous. What closer? Heeding the light before the fight is over. When this is real small, sweet, finally seasoned in the testing of times, we keep the message of obedience.
Can we give Candy Colewood and the HMS Sports and the Shoes for another round of applause? When the Chicago fire consumed the Windy City in 1871, Horatio G. Spafford, an attorney heavily in real estate, lost a fortune. During this time, his only son, age 4, succumbed to scarlet fever. Horatio drowned his grief in work, rebuilding the city and assisting the 100,000 who had been left homeless. In November of 1873, he decided to send his wife and 4 daughters to Europe. Due to an urgent matter that detained him in New York, he decided to send his wife, Anna, his 4 daughters, Maggie, Tanetta, Annie, and Bessie on ahead. As he saw them settle into a cabin aboard a luxurious French liner, an unease filled his mind, and he moved them to a room closer to the bow of the ship. Then he said goodbye, promising to join them soon. During the small hours of November 22nd, 1873, the liner collided with an iron sailing vessel. The liner tilted dangerously. Screams, prayers, and oaths merged into a nightmare of unmeasured terror. Passengers clung to posts, tumbled through darkness, and were swept away by powerful currents of icy ocean. Within 2 hours, the ship vanished beneath the waters. The 226 fatalities included Maggie, Tanetta, Annie, and Bessie. Mrs. Spafford was found nearly unconscious, clinging to a piece of the wreckage. When the 47 survivors landed in Cardiff, Wales, she cabled her husband, "Stay alone." Horatio immediately booked passage to join his wife. En route, the captain called him aside and said, "I believe we are now passing over the place where the liner went down." Horatio went to his cabin, but found it hard to sleep. He said to himself, "It is well, the will of God be done." He later wrote this famous hymn based on those words. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when whatever a student here at HMS.
Good morning, Havelock Middle School. It is so good to be back in the hands and the eyes of my fellow teachers. I can just feel around the back. Oh my God, it's so nice to see you all. I'm trying to have church again. It's Monday, but it feels like Sunday. To God be the glory for things He has done, the things He will continue to do, the things He has done in the past. As students, I want to let you all know that respect is given where it's earned. You learn that now, and you learn that early, the rest of your life will be over there. Pro tip, once again, respect is given where it's earned. You give respect, you give respect. That's something I will hope about for the rest of your life. I appreciate your respect and attention as I do today.
Let me shut straight with you. All the things that He brought me through. Story days and my rainy days. You don't know all the tears I've cried, things I've kept bottled up inside, trying my best to be strong, waiting on God and holding on. You don't know what I have to endure, and you wonder why I'm so sure. Cause my Father never lets me down. He's always around.
mine on my mother's side. Okay, so we'll leave her out. So at this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to some and present to others the individual that will introduce our guest speaker. That introduction will be done by none other than the illustrious Mr. Tabari Wallace. Mr. Wallace is a former principal here at HMS. And he is the best boss that I have ever had. Give credit where credit is due. He now works for our governor, Roy Cooper, for those of you that don't know who the governor is. And he also works for the state in different capacities of North Carolina. I now present to you Mr. Tabari Wallace.
What's up, Havelock Middle School? It's been a long time, ladies, it's been a long time. I always introduce myself as I am Tabari Wallace, the special advisor to State Superintendent Catherine Truitt, the Office of Principal Gate, and the Governor Roy Cooper, appointee 3 times over. But I would be remiss to say I wouldn't be in right if it wasn't for the Trojans of Havelock Middle School. So carrying on with our program, the speaker, CL, the king. After experiencing abuse, neglect, and homelessness as a young child, CL was placed in group homes and foster homes throughout Northeast Ohio. His foster mom, Ruth E. Plowden, told him that he could take all of the tragedies he experienced as a child and use them to make excuses or use them to change the world. After an honorable tour in the United States Marine Corps, CL, his wife, and six of his 7 children settled in eastern North Carolina. Students and families around the world have benefited from his story, and his passionate, dynamic delivery is why organizers continue to request his life-changing presentations throughout the entire year. Now that's what's great with the program. This man walked into my office and he said, I got something I need to tell the kids. This was at a time that you usually had to be there and usually had sold this and sold that. But I looked in this man's spirit and he had something to say. I said, okay, CL, all right, we're gonna do it. I ain't even running it by the bosses up top. Just come on in, we're gonna do it, we're gonna sit and we're gonna sit. What y'all don't understand is that he is so passionate and so dynamic in what he does, he had to change twice from the sweat protruding from his brow. He had to change twice after that speech. He was so good, we brought him back 2 or 3 more times, and then other schools started grabbing him. Because again, he has something to say. What you don't understand about this relationship between me and CL King is that I believe he was heaven sent. Because what you're about to see is not going to be average. He was heaven sent because he walked through that door of my office at the same time that the Trojans of Havelock Middle School had begun on an academic revolution. The Trojans of Havelock Middle School said, we will not be last anymore. Boss man, take me where you need us to go, and I'll follow. Remember what you said? said respect is earned. Y'all look the same, except for the paper saying, here we go. All right? That's what she said. Y'all, the students of Havelock Middle School, I just can't, I know I'm supposed to introduce the CL, but I'll be remiss if I didn't say it. They experienced, when he walked through that door for the next 3 years, we experienced 3 years of double-digit gains. Yes, sir. In all courses. ELA, math, and science since 7th and 8th grade. We done pretty good on. And if you don't believe me, you check my history from our board member sitting right here who was a teacher here when I was here, Miss Naomi Clark. Check her right there. She may not give her a round of applause. She's here. We believe that culture drives performance, ladies and gentlemen, so we invested in each and every child. See, I don't like when professionals say, oh, I teach all my kids, or I serve all my kids, because guess what? You can get lost in all. You can hide in all. But when I say I got a plan for you, I got a plan for you, or you know I got a plan for you, then that means we are. That's right. All right? We got a plan for each and every child. And that's why we continue to break records and we beat the school across the city that y'all know of and that y'all love so much. That was the Trojans of Havelock Middle School. One thing I'm proud of is that we were the best behaved school in Craven County. That was the great record. We got over the third. The kids patrolled themselves because the kids were rewarded for each and every accomplishment they did. It was history in the making. Those kids right now have gone on to be entrepreneurs, specialists in the military, NFL and NBA players, doctors, business managers, college graduates, you name it. I say ride or fly right now, though. You're going to hear me say ride or fly a lot. Whether I'm talking at the governor's mansion or whether I'm talking at the Department of Public Instruction. And what ride or fly means is right here. This is the illustration of it. Because you're sitting in Havelock Middle School right now, you're special. All right? You will be successful. I'm speaking it right now. You will be successful. But sometimes we ride to where we're going. Sometimes we go to the classes that they give us. Sometimes we just attend the job interview that was put in front of us. We may even get the job. We may sustain life. But faith kind of took you to that destination. What I'm asking Trojans to do is fly right now, brothers. Fly. You take the trajectory in your own hands. You pick what classes that you want. You pick what college you want to go to. And you pick what trajectory of success you want to be after graduation. That's fine, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Havelock Middle School students do. And that's what we want to continue to do. Moving forward. Will you be the thermostat or will you be the thermometer? Which one will you be? Will you be the thermostat or will you be the thermometer? It's a difference. Because the thermostat, all that does is measures the energy in the air. It measures where we're going to be going. But you know what the thermostat does? The thermostat sets the trajectory where we're going. It sets the tone where we're going. It sets the school day where we're going to do. And it sets the fun we're going to have when we accomplish everything we set out to do. That's what Havelock Middle School is. And that's what we need to keep doing. Moving forward, we're ready to now to the introduction. All right. There's a young man here coming all the way from Impactville. He's coming from Impactville, North Carolina, and he is the motivator. He is a father, he is a brother, he is an uncle, he is a son. He is a motivator. He impacts, he is inspiration. He's a teacher, he's a bishop. He is a nationally acclaimed author, he is an entrepreneur. Without further ado, please stand on your feet. Oh, Pete, and see what happened was, When I saw him, all right. Y'all, it's about to go down. What you don't understand is it's not going to be that. So this is what I need to do. Put your hands together. Stand up. I want you to get so loud that you can dream. Put your hands together for it. You man, that is good at you. On my podcast, I introduce people just anybody here, birthday in February? Okay, look at all this stuff. We gotta do something together. This is something that we did when I first got here. I want to see if this group can still do it. It goes like this. Trojans, Trojans. Come over here. Where's that side? Stand up, everybody. Stand up. 1, 2, 3, and go! Get on up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and I want to see how well you guys can recover. Because it's important that you understand why we're here. Okay, I'm not much of a ceremonial speaker because I always break the protocols or the rules of, like, sticking to the script, saying exactly what's on the paper, because I feel out the room. How many people did I give a fist bump to? Let me see your hand. I give you a fist bump in the room. Yeah. And I'll give you more afterwards. But the reason why I do that is because I want us to connect. Anybody can come up and give you some cool facts about Black history. Okay, anybody can do that. A trained SEAL can do that. But it takes more for you to understand and connect with why we are here. Are you listening to me? The earth weighs, they said, something like 600 billion trillion tons. The earth weighs, I don't know how they put it on a scale. They said it's about the weight of the earth. But let me compare that to y'all. Everybody, take in a deep breath. Okay, now let it out. I'm gonna tell you how much one human breath weighs. One human breath weighs about a gram, which is hard to even measure. It's hard to even calculate the weight of a human breath. But it is estimated that you breathe millions and millions and millions of times per year. And you say, well, what's my little breath? It's so small compared to the weight of the earth. Your breath. Just one. Just one. One earth compared to one breath. It's like night and day. And I want you young people in here to know that as long as you have breath, you have absolute promise to do anything you set your mind to. As long as you can breathe again, you can become whatever you decide to become. But it's only when we decide to give our breath to other things, like negativity, like making fun of people, like bullying, like not respecting adults. That one breath is powerful. Say, I'm powerful. I heard two people over there. Let me hear everybody else. Say, I'm powerful. Listen, my astronaut told me that God breathed the breath of life into me. And he breathed the breath of life into you. Every one of you in here, as long as you're breathing, there is nothing that you cannot do. And the teachers, we should give a round of applause for that. And if you feel like you messed up, and you feel like I made some bad choices, anybody here ever made some bad decisions? Come on, let's look at it. Let's just be honest, right? If you feel like you made some bad decisions, here's what I want to tell you to do. I want to tell you to do one simple thing. Breathe again. That's all you have to do. When you messed up yesterday and you didn't give your full attention to the test, come back to class and breathe again. Because with every breath that you have, it's promise. Every single one. And I would like to say that Havelock Middle School is very special to me. I'll tell you about it in a little bit. It's very special. I'm delighted that I've got friends here that I haven't seen in years. The great and notable Mr. Merle, always dressed to a T. Did he not knock that song out the park? I said, if y'all don't get to speak. I give you a microphone. And also to your great principal, let's give it up for our principal here. All educators in the room, listen, I don't envy you. Schools hire me to do what I do, and I don't ever claim to be a teacher. Your job sometimes is a thankless job. Y'all hear me, teachers? Y'all teachers listening? Sometimes we ask more of you than you could possibly ever execute. We ask you to take care of 600-700 different personalities, along with 600 or 700 different families. And every day you show up willing to try again to make these kids better. So let's give it up for our teachers, y'all. Now, Black History Month is in February. They understand. I am going to explain a few things to you, so I want you to get it, and it'll help you understand as we get down the road. Black History Month is in February, but it wasn't always a month. Everybody say a month. That's good. It wasn't always a month. In fact, this gentleman, Carter T. Woodson, this fellow was born in 1875. He was a scholar, he was smart, he was intelligent. And what he said was, I want for us to be able to recognize the contributions of African Americans, of Black folks. I want us to be able to recognize them during a special week in February. In fact, they chose the second week in February because of two very important people. One was Abraham Lincoln, and the other was Frederick Douglass. Now, Abraham Lincoln said that slavery in any way is wrong. Listen closely. Abraham Lincoln said that slavery in any way is wrong.
You got to the store you want to get to, and the door's open. Yeah. Well, watch this. This fella, in 1887, Alexander Miles said, we can't have the doors getting stuck, so I'm going to create the automatic elevator door that opens automatically. And to this day, ladies and gentlemen, I still hear the sound of that man picking up his hammer and saying, I'm going to force something out of creation that nobody said could happen, and I'm going to do it. Everybody shout, don't! Drop! The hammer!
know Dr. Member. Now she's dead. Somewhere along the line, she dropped her hammer. And in grief, we got knocked off. I cried like a baby. Messaged my team and I said, yo, y'all see this girl who thought I was the coolest speaker in the world back before I was really cool. She listened to everything I said, screaming and shouting. She picked up her hammer for a little while and she began to swing it. And then all of a sudden, something happened in life. And she said, it wasn't her swinging. You know the dynamics of talking to somebody your age group and then 10 years later talking to you behind bars. That's the reality that we live with. And my command to this audience, because I'm not going to get back here, is whatever you do, don't drop the hammer. Think about bring it down to it. Because you all be honest talking history. And nobody knows, like, okay, when I was a kid, we did that. Rosa Parks, we understand. Abraham Lincoln, everybody born with him. Let me show you another cat that's trusted. Did you know that the most followed person on TikTok? The most followed person on TikTok is a black man. He got 142 million followers. Or, I'm sorry, no. He got 154 million followers. And he's got 2.5 billion likes. Now watch this. This cat was laid off from work at 20 years old. He lost his job. They said, we don't want you to come to work no more. This is not the brother does this. Right? Don't even speak a lip. Right? He got laid off from his job. What did he do? And he got a vision. He said, I'm going to show people how silly they are trying to do complicated things that are really easy to do. The brother's a multi-millionaire. And guess what he's doing? Every day, he's finding ways to get more money. Because he's swinging his hammer. Everybody shout this, don't! Crazy, Dr. Wallace. It's crazy. Did you know that it took 232 years since the country was formed for the country to come together and elect the first vice president? Barack Obama said, I see a hammer over there. Looks like maybe some Abraham Lincoln. I don't think that bad boy up. And he announced it so people said, I'm running for president. They looked at him like, we're smoking that Happy Middle School. You can't be no president. You're the parent be a senator. Right? He said, I'm going to be the president of the United States. I'm going to be the first black guy living in the White House made by slaves. Everybody said, you can't do it. He swung his hammer, right? He started knocking out the park. He started rising to the pole. He even said he was unbeatable. And the next thing we know, he's the first black president of the United States. Shout out! And it was in this month. Back in 1975. 100 years after Carter G. Woodson was born, that I, C.L. King, was born. I lived the first 18 years of my life in the most treacherous conditions you can imagine. First foster home I was in was when I was 2 or 3 years old, because I got a hold of some alcohol, had to be resuscitated. I died, and that was the first foster home. Went to live with my grandmother. My grandmother used to lock me in the basement for hours on end. Down there in the dark basement with no lights, And then other times out in the garage with the dogs, in the middle of winter, sitting on bales of hay. I'm just like, who does that to somebody that they love? So then my dad, Reverend D.L. Sharp, he was a pastor. And when I went to go live with him for a little while, he got so angry because he drank all the time. He got so angry at me one day when I was washing some clothes in the tub. He held my head down in the bathtub, trying to take my life away. As I'm fighting to try to live, I'm wondering who would do something like this to someone. And then I moved with my mom. My mom, God bless her heart, but we lived in absolute squalor. We ate in soup kitchens and homeless shelters. We never had new food in the house. The electricity was always off. Men in and out of the house, doing bad and evil things to me and my sister. And one day, y'all, I had enough. I was starving to death. And that's why you see me with this shirt on. Who Ate My Brownie is the title of my book, yo. I ate a brownie. And my mom said, who ate my brownie? She told me and my sister she was going to beat us every day till we told her who ate it. And you know what I did, brother? I left. So at 11 years old, I lived on the streets of Cleveland, Ohio as a homeless 11-year-old kid. Well, the men in that group home did violent, evil things to me. I put in the second group home, then the second foster home, then the third foster home. And it wasn't until I arrived with 2 trash bags of clothes at this white lady's house named Ruth E. Plowden. It's funny because she was standing there, and in the spirit, you could see it in her mind. She had it. And she said, Chris, all the hell that you've been through. Your dad just like to kill you. Your mom neglecting you. I want you to know that you can use all that stuff as an excuse. Because I got a good excuse. I got a good excuse to be a thug. I got a good excuse to go out here and do some dirt. My foster mom was gambling. And little did I know, she was forging something beautiful. She was working on me. And she said, take that story of yours, Chris, and use it to change the world. I'm like, this is what it really comes down to. And so when I said I'm going to take this story of mine and go out like LeBron, like Quran, like Frederick, like the inventors, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to swing this hammer. This is hard. That's why I'm so crazy. That's why I'm so radical. That's why I don't give a flip what anybody rates me as. I know what life is about. It's hard. Outside of these doors, it's hard. And inside this room, there were people, your ancestors, were black and white, swung a hammer and said, don't stop swinging. Don't give up. You know, when everybody else is talking about the student in the class, why don't you try to go up to them and put your arm around them and ask them are they okay? When somebody's sitting alone in the lunchroom, they feeling all by themselves, why don't you go and ask them, hey, do you mind if I sit and lunch with you? See, that's really where we start looking at heaven. That's really where we start living Black history. Because it takes a whole lot of work to create history. Don't be that honest. It takes a whole lot of work, but let me show you one last thing. It's not Frederick Douglass. It's not the mailbox moves. It's that this hammer
This hammer is yours. It's not a real hammer. It's in your heart. You know what I'm saying? And it is not a real one. But it's about your choices. What did you choose to do today? Like Frederick Douglass, who chose to say, we're not going to let black people be slaves no more. That's why we all gather here today. Blacks and whites and Hispanics and Latinos and everybody else. We can have a good old meal over here. Cold bread, we got the whole world, man. You look me up, hold out. But watch. I decided today. This is going to be a you did not know I was doing this. None of you know I was doing this. I didn't know Dr. Tamar Walsh on me here. But he's the guy who gave me my first chance to speak. I love you, principals. I love y'all. But y'all some hard people to get up with. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I reached out to 100 principals. That's every principal in the county. I reached out to 100 of them, Mr. Merle, with a message of, I'll even come speak for free. I'll come speak for free. Just let me come encourage your kids. And they're like, I said, okay. And so Dr. Tamari Wallace said, King, I don't know you, but I know you got a passion. You're a little crazy. And him and I together on stage really makes crazy. And so he said, come on into the school. That was back in 2011. The first time I gave a speech, it was called, Don't Drop the Hammer. Today is Don't Drop the Hammer too. This is the sequel. But I have admitted that I will never give this speech again. I will never declare this message again with this hand. Because somebody handed it to me. He gave me a chance. So what I'm going to do, come on, set the stage, Dr. Wallace. Y'all just look back. I'll take this hammer. I'm going to give it back to the guy who handed it to me. I'll never give this speech again. This is it. And I want him to take this hammer. And all these broken down communities where kids feel like there's no hope. And nobody will listen. And nobody cares. I want him to show them they got a hammer too. So this hammer goes from my heart to your hands. Everybody say this, don't drop the hammer. We got to put more rhythm to it. Let's see here. Don't drop the hammer. Come on, say it with me now. Don't drop the hammer. Everybody on this side, say it with me. Okay, now use your outside voice, say it loud. On this side, let me hear you again. Now, it's all good. It's all good when it's emotional. But we're celebrating Black history today for you to make history. Who's going to make history in this room? I talked to some, let me see your hands if you want to make history in this room. Let me see your hands, I talked to a guy over there who said he wanted to be in the NFL. He wanted to play football, run, wrestle. The history right now is still going. Mr. Merle, they want to make history. They're going to make history. Havelock Middle School is Black history. Everybody get up on your feet. We got to close it out together. Get up on your feet. 1, 2, 3. Trojans. Trojans. Bring it in. One more time. Here's the beat. bit than that. Let's give Mr. King another round of applause. Show him some love. Show him some love. Y'all can have a seat. Y'all can have a seat. So today's program was about us. We'll take a second to get situated.